All right, everybody. Uh, Hello, thanks for coming. I'm Adam Cole with Grant Park Academy of the Arts and Schurer MU, and this is the Grant Park Academy of the Arts open house. And we are just checking the space out. I'm going to say hello to our teachers. I don't know if you can see them on your screen at this time, but you're going to get to see and meet each of them and hear them talk as we go. But first, I want to take you into our space. That's Nick there. I'm going to pin it on me for a second. And behind me is the little blue house of 797 Moreland, where we should be operating, but because of present circumstances, we are not. However, I'd like to show it to you. We're going to go through our gate here. And as you can see, we got a lovely deck and a lovely yard back there, places to play. We're going to go up the front steps, and I'm going to take you on a tour of our facility, try to get you my whole face here. We're going through the kitchen door here. This is where most people come in. And this is our kitchen / entry area where people come in and say hello. That behind me is our waiting area, which we'll go into for a minute. I'm going to take you into the piano area here. This is our lovely old piano, our restored piano in the piano room. And I'm going to walk you back here. Again, this is our kitchen, and most folks usually when they come, they wait in here in our waiting area. It's very comfortable, very nice. We like it. Of course, as I said, we are online right now, so people have been waiting at home. But I want to make sure you saw the space. As we come out here, we've got our restroom here. And this is our large room. Our large room is basically good for yoga spaces, and it's a concert space. It's a place where I'd like us to be holding concerts when we're able to get together again. It'll also serve as a studio, of course, for people when they come back to the space. We've got our hall, and these are all our teachers here who you're going to get to see when I unpin myself and they can talk. This is another room, a more isolated room, another studio of ours. It's just a room in the house. It's got its own separate restroom. We're making our way towards the front of the house. This is our beautiful front area. The fireplace, well, there's fireplaces buried in there somewhere. There's never a fire in it, but we have our lovely ukulele that our guitar instructor, Mr. Josh Misko, says is a valuable antique. We're just going to take his word for that. And then we have this dining area, which is also suitable for other things. It's a small, narrow room. It could be used as a studio. And that's it. That's our space, plus the outdoors. We're happy to have you here. What we're going to do is I'm going to unpin myself from the video, and we're going to let each of our instructors say hello to you. So I'm back resting on the piano here. And we're going to let Mr. Daniel Watanis, we're just going in order across my top of my screen. Daniel, would you just say hello to the folks, please? Our trombone instructor.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm happy to be here with everyone today. I don't know, can you see me or do I have to pin myself?
I can see you. I assume every time you talk that people
Awesome.
can see you as well.
Well, great, yeah. It's nice to have a group of musicians here and be able to talk with you all and get to talk to some potential students as well. And, you know, I'm just happy to share whatever I can to keep you guys informed.
Thanks, Daniel. We appreciate it. Next, I want to introduce our brand new vocal instructor. We miss Miss Catherine very much, but we're happy to have Miss Shannon Harmon taking her place. Shannon, would you say hello, please?
Hi, everybody. I'm Shannon. Nice to meet you all. I am excited to be a part of the Grant Park Arts program.
We're excited to have you. Thank you so much, and thanks for coming to our open house today. We just hired Shannon just this week, so it's really exciting to have her. She's meeting the other teachers as we speak.
Yep.
And just to her right is Mr. Nick Rosen. You've seen him on our great interview series, as you saw Mr. Daniel. Nick, would you say hello to everybody, please?
Hi, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. My name is Nick Rosen. Glad to be here today.
And Nick is one of our piano instructors. I'm the other. And I'm very happy to have a great colleague like Nick on staff. Nick, thanks very much. And Josh,
Pleasure.
you're back. Josh, you've had a little trouble with Zoom today, but we're happy to see you. Want to say hello?
Hey, how's it going? I think my old computer might be on its way out after years of abuse. I gotta make sure. I gotta try to back that guy up. I might be losing him. Luckily, I've got another computer in my arsenal, if you will. But how's it going, guys? Yeah, I do a guitar and ukulele here at Grant Park, and it's a pleasure to.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you. Again, I want to thank my teachers for coming and taking time out of their day. This is, of course, a Zoom open house. And in case you're just watching this video and don't know what it is, we usually invite people over this time of year to the house, and we have food, and we, just let people meet us. But because of our present situation with the pandemic, we can't do that. We're probably going to be out of this house for at least 3 or 4 more months. So we wanted to make sure we had a chance to meet you and say hello and let you know we want to invite you into our home and invite you into our community. So I thought I'd just start by having a little brief discussion with the teachers, and I'll let them chime in as they like. How's the summer been for you? Have you been teaching to your satisfaction? Are you able to play at all virtually or even in person in very protected circumstances? Nick, I see you're nodding. You want to talk about your summer?
Sure. I was just thinking, well, last night was the very first show that I've done since March. It was out in Woodstock, and it was outside in an amphitheater, socially distant. People were, able to congregate on the lawn, and a lot of people were wearing masks. And it was, it was like time traveling, back in. But other than that, I actually have had a pretty good summer regarding teaching. A lot of the students that I've had throughout the year decided to continue over the summer. I imagine for them, it was like they never really had that transition from, school year to summer break. It was just kind of in one long line. So in a lot of ways that has worked out for me to be able to continue teaching them.
Yeah. Well, I'm really glad you got a chance to perform. We've got performances in our neighborhood, but I haven't been a part of any of those. But good for you. I'm really glad for you. Who else wants to talk about your summer? Okay, Josh wants to talk. Well, hang on.
Yeah, pretty much a very similar experience that Nick has been having. A lot of the students decided to continue through the summer and then even into the fall, which is great. Online teaching has definitely been a learning experience for both of us, but it's been very fulfilling, and it's been nice to almost get to know the kids and the families in their own home settings, and to actually add to that, Nick, a few weeks ago, played a show at UGA, and there were all these like social distancing rules set in place that none of them got followed, and our lead guitar player ended up getting COVID from it.
Oh, that's horrible.
He's better now. He's healed up and all good to go, but it was kind of crazy how they set all these rules in play, and then the moment it started raining, they all just went out, moved everything indoors, and it was nuts. Fun to play a show regardless. Yeah, summer's been very, very productive in other parts of the industry as far as business and working on a few projects, which have been really good. Recording stuff up in Nashville, which is nice because it's only a couple people and stuff like that. So even with the shows being shut down, luckily things have still been very busy. So it's been nice.
That's great. Shannon, how about you? Tell us about your summer.
Well, this has been a very different summer. Most of our normal summer activities, I have teenagers, have been completely shut down, all the camps and all their youth group things they usually do. And again, like all the choirs that I sing in, everything has been shut down. They've been very limited, especially, with singing and the worry about the projectiles and the air. So I have not been able to sing nearly as much as I usually do in the summer, and I miss it. So I'm excited about doing some new lessons online and getting back to meeting with students and encouraging music even in this really hard situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Daniel, what about you? Have you had a chance to perform or to teach a lot?
Yeah, things have been taken from me due to this, as we all have, but at the same time, I feel like I've grown from the situation. I've always been a fan of music production and studying logic, and through this kind of opportunity to be at home, I've been really learning a lot. And in another way that it's been an opportunity is that I'm able to create music with people on the other side of the country by, remotely sending in audio and video and then learning how to edit those clips into what seems like a live performance, but one person's in Atlanta and the other person's in Portland. So you know, it's cool to have opportunities like that. And then teaching wise, you know, it's also taught me a lot about how to integrate technology, like, you know, visualizing a keyboard on the computer screen to where your student can see it because they might not be able to see your hands, or, you know,
Ah.
integrating certain technology things like that has been eye-opening. But I like to try to make it as much of an opportunity being, you know, quarantined this way. As
Ah,
I
that's
can.
amazing. Well, good for you. That's terrific. We've also tried to take advantage of the situation. I'm happy to say that a lot of my students in particular took lessons over the summer, whereas they maybe in the past would not have. So I was happy to keep them. They have less to do, and we're happy to, you know, keep them going. They seem to enjoy it, and they like keeping the momentum going, and we're able to be flexible with them in the summer, which works. Also, this summer, I've been doing a lot of interviews. I don't know if y'all have been keeping up. I interviewed everyone on this open house except you, Miss Shannon. You're next. We'll make sure to get an interview with you. But I've also had the pleasure to interview some people of note. I haven't posted this interview yet, but I interviewed Mr. Rick Beato just a couple weeks ago for our series, and he's got 1.6 million subscribers to his site, and he does videos that people have been seeing all over the world. And I'm happy to share that with him and maybe bring some attention to what we're doing and show our commitment to educating people on a similar level. So that's great. I'm glad everybody's been hanging in there. It sounds like mostly you've been staying positive. That's terrific. Does anybody have any particular teaching stories? I can tell you that for me, it's always a thrill when especially my little kids finally get their scales. I know that sounds kind of pedantic and silly, but scales are so nasty and hard. And when they finally, especially the 7 or 8 year olds, when they finally get that first scale correct, after they've been just kind of plugging along, for them, it's just like more work. But I'm like, no, you don't understand. You just crossed the threshold. I'm so excited for you. Anybody got a story like that you'd like to share? You can raise your hand. I can see you. Good teaching story. Yeah, Josh, what's a good teaching story you got for us?
I mean, it's basically exactly what you just said. Sienna actually had a breakthrough with the second position of the G major scale on the guitar, which on guitar, you know, the middle neck positions can be pretty confusing because it turns into a web. You know, you kind of can't really see what's going on. And we've been working on the second position G major and minor scales, and she, as of last week, had a breakthrough and nailed it. And it's just really, really cool to be able to show her the bar, like the bar chord, second position of the major, and where those notes lie within the scale, within the chord, and it just eventually it all kind of comes full circle and just makes sense, right?
Right, and they don't know what kind of world has opened up after they learn that. For them, it's just more stuff. But we're like, no, you've stepped over, and now you have 50 more possibilities than you did before, and that's really great, Josh. That's cool. Anyone else have a cool story to share? Nick does. All right, hang on, Nick. What's going on?
Well, I was just inspired by what you guys were saying, and it is very, very true. I think that I have a student recently, Greta, who was able to play Hands Together, C major scale, and and I remember when I was in high school trying to get all of my scales hands together, and being so frustrated because I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's really inspiring for me to see that in a 6 or 7 year old. And just to echo what you were saying, Adam, I agree 1,000%. For them, that's just like something that they were able to do, like a homework assignment that they completed. But
Right.
now but for us, we know that is truly the key to eventually be able to express yourself through music, which is the whole point of taking music lessons. So just wanted to say that.
Nice, Nick. Thank you. That's really great.
Sure.
I appreciate that. Well, Shannon, Daniel, either of you guys got a story you'd like to share about your teaching? No, I'm putting you on the spot here. Daniel does. Hang on. And Shannon, if you don't, it's okay. That's okay. We'll get back to you later. Daniel, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, going back to that, it's always a plus for me when a student kind of realizes how to apply those knowledges. Like, because I'll have students that have their scales down but like Nick was saying, being able to express themselves with it and being able to turn that into something that they uniquely can access is always cool. Watching them kind of see, oh, this is why I learned this scale, like it can do all these things, and it can be like a chameleon. It can do so many different things with its one entity. So
Yeah.
it's really cool to learn those things and learn how you can call it a million different things, but it's just so many possibilities with these kinds of fundamentals and with music.
Yeah, yeah, and we have a bird's eye view instead of the ground view where they are. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
I do have one little story I could tell you. I
Yeah,
have
please.
a fifth grade student, one of my personal students that comes to my home, and she has been a performer, but not so much a singer. She's always been like a theater girl, and really has only enjoyed really singing in that belty chest voice. And she has discovered her head voice lately.
Nice.
And it is so neat to see how she's got this other octave and a half. She can sing above a high C. And it was just because she'd never really tried and used that part of her voice before.
Mhm.
And again, it opens up so many new songs that she can sing with that kind of range and being able to use her voice in a different way. And I do think that being home this summer and her taking the time to practice and sing in front of the mirror and just, try some things that she wouldn't have tried before if she had been, super busy like we usually all are.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, it's worked to our advantage in that way, and hopefully for the students too. And I have one voice student of my own, and I'm happy to say that he's a teenage boy, and he has also connected his head voice to his chest voice. And whereas he used to have no idea how to hit the right note, he's a very good musician, but he would miss it by a mile. Now, finding the note is no problem for him, and we can work on voice production as opposed to just finding, do you even know what singing is? It's really exciting. Some of you, perhaps all of you, have prepared a little something to perform. You don't have to, of course, but if you have something ready, I would love to share it with the folks that are watching, just so, just to make it a true open house. Is anybody ready to play something? Looking for raised hands. Shannon, you're ready to sing. Okay, that'd be great.
Y'all want me to be brave and go first?
I would love it.
Well, I was trying to decide what to do for you guys because I know you haven't heard me sing before. So I've just picked an American art song called Into the Night by Clara Edwards. It's something that I have taught before, especially to my high school girls. And I think I first learned it as a high schooler. It's just a sweet little song. It's not real show-offy or super silly or fun. But I'll sing a couple pages of it if you guys want to hear it.
That'd be great.
Yep, okay. I've got the accompaniment on my phone, so hopefully we'll connect here. Can you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Silently into the night I go, into the fragrant night I know not where. The path is strange, my weary steps are slow. I do not find you there. I turn my gaze toward the morning sun, as from the east he comes through the dark and the dew. The flowers lift their heads, the night is gone, but how was that?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, I loved it. And a nice dynamic contrast. Very beautiful sound. Thank you so much, Shannon. That was great.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it. Thank you for going first.
Awesome. Yeah.
Josh, you look ready. Are you ready?
Huh? Oh yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Daniel, who wants to go?
I'll go.
All right. Josh is
I
going to go.
So I didn't prepare any specific piece. One thing I've been really loving to do with my students right now is trying to express. Improv wouldn't necessarily be the word, but express themselves through their scales, right? And so I was trying to figure out how to play around with some chords and play around with some. I guess improv might be the word. Improv over the pentatonic scale. I believe I'm in B flat because my guitar is tuned to half sit up down. And so I've got a fun little looper here next to me, and I've got a Bad Cat amp that's usually for my electric guitar, but I need an amp for the looper. So yeah, I just figured I'd do a little jam in B flat. That would be kind of fun. For the horn guys, let me make sure I'm actually in B flat. Yeah, I'm in B flat. I don't want to be playing the wrong thing here. So if you guys don't know what a looper is, you basically play to yourself. Activate the looper, start it. It basically recycles what you were playing, and then you can play with your own playing, which is pretty fun. So let me give this a go here. So now it's recording me. Now it's playing me. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Then you jump back in. You hold the looper. And now I have control of my loop again. It's a lot of fun when you're playing solo shows. You can actually jam to yourself. It takes a little practice to get the timing down, but once you get it, it's pretty cool.
Well, that's great. Yeah, I saw Katie Turns. Black Horse and Cherry Tree. What's the name?
Katie Tunstall. Yeah.
Katie Tunstall. Yeah, she did that did that song in a performance using her looping, just like that. It was pretty cool.
Oh, cool. Did it come through?
Yeah, it did. All these Zoom performances are somewhat compromised just because of Zoom, but I think the essentials are getting through. I certainly can hear them. Thanks.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
Yeah. Who wants to go next? Daniel. Okay, great. So Nick, you'll be last if you have something for us. All right. Daniel, what you got for us today?
Well, I was gonna do something similar to what Josh had just done, where
Great.
I'd planned to pull my synths on my computer and play along with myself, but I'm using my computer for Zoom, so
Yeah.
I'll just play a little freely by myself here.
You bet. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. That's really nice. Wow. Well, Nick, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I wasn't aware that we were going to be playing today, but I'm definitely just play something for you guys. I've been using the time that we've been home to kind of explore some jazz standards that I'm not as familiar with as I was. So I'm just going to play one of them now, and I'll play one of them that I'm a little bit more familiar with just because, but it's called All of You, and I'll just play it super quickly, and hope you guys like it.
All right. Nice. Did you have a second one you wanted to do? You mentioned two.
Oh, no, that's okay.
That's okay. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, rather than play something for y'all from my end, since we already had a piano performance, I'll share with y'all something that I'm learning. The fact is that, I've been working hard. I'm 50 years old, and I've been working hard to be the best musician I can be. And I really try hard to be a good quality musician and to play with feeling and to be responsible and all those things. But one thing I've never been able to do that I don't think I even realized is actually enjoy the sensation of playing. Like for me, my anxiety's been so high, despite my ability to tolerate my anxiety. Nevertheless, when I perform, my anxiety's pretty high. And something that's been missing in my performances has been a feeling of joy, not necessarily showing it because I can show it, but to feel it. And that's what I loved most about all 4 of your performances, is that I can see the joy that you're feeling while you perform. And I aspire to that. You all have really inspired me, and you continue to inspire me. I love our teachers because they're not just trying to show you how great they are. They're playing because they love it. And that's the kind of musicians they want you to become. So thank you all for continuing to inspire me and keep me going. It's been really lonely here. So connecting with you all and, getting to hear your thing it makes me want to work harder to make sure people know who you are. And now we can teach anyone in the whole world. So if you're watching this in England or Japan or, Finland, please give us a call. Our teachers will work with you. We'd love to make you part of our community wherever you are. Folks, do you have anything else you'd like to add before we say goodbye? I think it's just about time for us to wrap. Anybody have anything, any farewells? Looks like our teachers are all good to go. So I'm going to say farewell. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, teachers, for being here on a Sunday with me. And we will keep in touch, keep checking our interviews out. Go to our website, grandparkarts.com, and be watching for Truer MU, which is our new self-teaching development. It's very exciting. I'll be sharing it all with you. Be sure you subscribe to our newsletter so you can keep track of who we interview, because I got some real dingers coming up. I'm excited. Thank you again, teachers. Thank you, my friends. We'll see you next time.